make that rolling.
I'm ready.
Yeah. You guys.
Sick fucks.
Blinker
God,
moment.
fuck. What did we do last time? You guys sailed in a ship. You met a guy on a raft. You encountered the ghost of the Red Death. Well,
I did not
Well.
enjoy that part.
Well,
And
only one remembers the encounter.
You had the motherfucking scars to prove it.
After such, you arrived in Prison Plateau, and breaking off from each other, you arrived in 3 different places. A group in the stables, a group in a fancy hat maker's place, and a group within Erky Waywocket's tower.
Ugh.
Where do we want to begin with that? Who wants to continue their little bout first?
we can. We finished off there.
Alright.
Wilson is volunteering us as tribute.
Yeah. I wanna meet this man, Kaden.
I do not.
Wait, walk it.
We break through the clouds over Prison Plateau, descending down a tower on a cliff face, story by story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floors. We open through a nicely made door with aesthetic etching all around and open to soft light. A study with bookshelves lining the walls and a neat writing desk tucked to the side. Upon the stairs, ascending to another level, is a short gnome figure. Dark tan skin, forest green hair tucked in a bun, a few gray strands falling down at the sides, and a nice bushy beard that matches. He stands there in a huff, still descending the last few steps. How may I help you?
That one has a curse that needs to be removed. Are you able to do that?
Any wizard worth his stuff can remove a curse. Do you have any other information, or is this just a fuck around, find out?
It's lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy. That's a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah, we're...
What are your names, by the way? I realized that we skipped that entire introduction.
Sorry. Fel.
Oh, hold on 1 minute. And he dashes off to his writing desk, about 5 feet away from you guys. Pulls out a book. Turns around really fast. Keeps scrambling around looking for a pencil or a pen till he just says, fuck it. And as he waves his hand, a bright, glowing quill apparates in his hand. And he flips open the book. Yeah, name again, please.
Fel.
Spell it.
And then what's it? Sharp.
You can call him Sharp.
Fel, sharp, spell it, please.
Felshp.
L-S-H-R-P, here for curse removal. Right. Let's get to it. Come here, dear sir. And he waves over, Sharp.
I will make my way forward. A little timid, hesitant.
You don't have to be shy with me. I'm perfectly gentle. I won't do anything to you. I'm not a horrible wizard. Speaking of, he notices the hat upon your head and the cloak. Are you both practitioners in the arcane?
He is. I'm a little bit more.
In a older man's voice, Sharp begins to say, "The essence of time shifting is based in the astral plane, effectively reverting reality to a previous or accelerating it to a future state."
Time magic. Now, this might sound odd, my dear boy. Are you, perchance, related to, in some way, a Professor Alvius?
Uh-oh.
That voice sounded profoundly familiar.
You feel like I have made an oopsie. But I think Sharp's too deep that I don't think he can lie. So he's just
He's
gonna
saying too deep. No, gaslight him.
he looks at him for a couple seconds blankly and then nods his head.
Huh. He was one of my peers. I never expected him to actually keep pursuing time magic. Back when we were students in King's Keep, it was merely a theory. That is wonderful. I'm delighted. Well, any student of a good old friend is a good old friend of mine. We'll get you fixed up right away, no matter what. Right. So, lycanthropy. Lycanthropy is a bit odd, considering the fact that it's both a curse and, a disease. So, I will try my best, and if it does not work, there are other solutions. Right. So. Stand there for now. I must go fetch, some things for a removal of a curse. Take time to look around my library if you wish, but it'll only take me a moment. Just stay right there. Stay safe. I'll be right back. And as we shift away from the tower, we will go to the exiting of a shop. A little bell ringing once again as a large turtle-like figure and a small cat exit. Droll and Monster, what would you like to do?
Are
Whoa.
there any, like, what kind of shops are nearby again?
Currently, you
So
guys
know
are
where
in the very fancy part of town, the noble-esque area. There's a lot of boutiques. There's beauty parlors. There's furniture shops. There's very elegant bookstores that seem to carry like only the finest of literature. And there's a few taverns that seem to be very heavily guarded. I wouldn't want to say guarded because that makes it sound like it's a fortress. It has security.
it's got like bouncers outside.
Yeah.
Oh, what I want to do is I want to get myself a fancy highfalutin sandwich.
Where can I find a sandwich?
In any number of taverns across the city of Prison Plateau.
I'll go to the first one.
All right.
Can I ask, when you say like fancy, like we talking like we're talking like sourdough, like the melted cheese, like the meat that's been like just slightly braised, you know, like we're talking like this is a good looking sandwich, right?
No, it's the title that matters, not the quality.
Oh, okay, so they could hit you with grilled cheese, but this is the best sandwich here, and you'd be like, word.
Okay.
Okay, word. I just wanted to clarify.
Okay. You approach the outside of what seems to be give me a second here. Yes. You approach a place that seems to have a lot of celestial motifs to it. The front of it is kind of ingrained in gold and marble, and sitting outside are two Luxodons that are sort of just in more drapey, fancy attire, and they just seem to be guarding the door. The place looks closed, as it is daytime, but you assume during the night it will begin to open. But the text above the door says the hallowed grounds.
You see, that's why I needed a hat. To get myself a sandwich. That's not gonna work. Mossfern, where do you think I should go get a sandwich?
We could always try a different part of town.
Yeah, but it's
Not much
fancy.
here really seems interesting.
Yeah, but fancy sandwich. Yeah, okay, we'll go to a different part of town.
I just imagine Mosfern like blankly staring at at Droll as he's attempting to convince Mosfern, and it just no thoughts, head empty. The fucking cat eyes are like fully dilated.
It's like Windows computer dial-up noise.
Yeah.
We will go
Ayo.
poor people to get our sandwich.
AOL Instant Messenger booting up.
AOL. Alright, so you guys begin to leave 3 hooks. The closest parts of town are the north quarter and the south quarter. However, approaching the south quarter, it's fairly easy to tell that this is the more shop area of Prison Plateau, more than 3 hooks, as in, like, if you needed anything, this is where you go. But as dusk approaches, you see everyone is beginning to set up to close. And it doesn't seem like a normal end-of-day shift. It is like, hurry to get closed up before sundown. But moving up towards the north quarter, there's a lot more governmental buildings, a lot more religious, say, buildings, and you do see two taverns that you could go towards. There is, of course, the Full Plate, which seems to have a much more cottagecore-ish vibe, much more homey, much more warm. And then you have the Priz Inn. And that building is much more straightforward, narrow. Seems a lot more like...
Shut the fuck up.
I really liked that. That was good.
Thank you. It's much more clean cut. Like it has a purpose and it's sticking to that purpose. No gimmicks. Other than the name.
So what you have to look at is you have to look at these different names, right? So Full Plate, that implies a larger plate. We're going there.
It's like a buffet inside, like a Chinese buffet. Obviously not Chinese, but like where it's like set out like that.
Yeah. So it's just a buffet.
Wow, I love the
Yeah.
wonderful buffet for $12. Think of how much shrimp I can eat, and sushi will not give me diarrhea.
Jesus.
Alright, so you guys going into the Full Plate?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll move from there towards the stables, where Rethni and Rav are. Yeah?
I don't. I was twirling something with my finger and
I
it
saw.
fell off and went straight. There's a lot of fear in my. Sorry. Continue.
I'm watching your eyes rolling.
So you guys are near the stables. You just checked on your horses and carriage, where you, of course, you have the 3 horses, or
Yeah, 2 horses and a donkey.
Yeah.
Word. They seem to be fine. I'm assuming that we can
they seem
take
to
them out.
fine. When you guys returned, there was like a hint of recognition on their faces, and you did notice on the 2 that weren't goldfish that there was like a bit of sorrow not seeing their owners there.
Yeah. After checking on them and whatnot, Rob is gonna pull out her clipped whip and is gonna turn
Oh
around
no,
and
it
be
is
like,
not clipped.
I thought, oh, right.
Dream.
Because the only person that had any leftover from that was Fel, right?
You all had scars that you didn't know you had
My
before.
scar
whip's
off his
fine?
face.
They seemed
My whip
faded.
is fine?
Yeah, your whip is fine.
Okay, then never mind. Ah, woof.
You got
Good.
2 whips. 3 whips. You have 3 whips.
Yeah, because remember, I found,
Oh,
I
you
have
had
the one,
and then you
and
got,
then I found
yeah.
one, and then I bought a nice fancy one.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Ooh, just to clarify again, we are meeting not at the. Are we meeting at the edge of town, or are we meeting back at the docks?
I believe the
I think
meeting
we
place
established the docks.
was the docks. Yes.
Back at the docks. Okay, word. Then Rob's gonna turn around and be like, it's probably best that we leave them here for right now, and go back to the group, and then whenever we're leaving, pick up them again. Because I think it'd be a bit difficult to take a few animals in a wagon through town currently.
Alright. So you're going to start heading back up towards the docks.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as we're walking, Rob's gonna like keep an eye to see if she can spot any of the rest of the party walking around the town.
Okay.
But is going to head.
Hrethny and Rav, you can give me a perception checks. First rolls of the session.
It's the wrong dice. It's... Ugh! What's my fucking ad? Where is it? Oh. Is this the right character sheet? It is. When has that been like that? Let's see. I got a 23.
Where the fuck is my dice? Oh god.
My nose is really cold.
Where the fuck is
I had dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and 23. My goodness.
We're seeing everything.
You are seeing everything.
I got big ol' eyes.
There's a couple of times when Parrot sees something interesting, pecks at your neck and like points his beak towards it, aiding you and you a
love my
little bit.
life.
Alright, with a 20 and 23, you notice as you're going up through the area of town that you're going up through now is known as Spirit Alley. Spirit Alley is probably one of the biggest parts of town. It's a large cluster. It seems to be the poorer area, as you are seeing here. As you've seen many figures of different flavors in Prison Plateau, but the people here seem to be much more trying to get their basic needs met, not really caring for fluff and flair. Buildings are tightly packed together. It even seems that most bigger buildings seem to be, as you can tell through the windows, like multiple families. Curving through the tight, narrow streets, you get this general feeling that this place is more than just the poorer part of town. There's times when you're moving through the alleys or the tight streets that, I don't know, there's weird claw marks. Sometimes there's this weird iridescent residue on some of the stone. Makes the stones kind of glittery. Or the cobbled streets a little reflective. Sometimes you look and there's a bit of dried blood. Which might be, because it's a poorer area, but
With the other things adding up, it
it's
seems strange.
It's odd. Looking around, you do see a prominent building, probably the only tavern you have seen within Spirit Alley. And it's a tavern called the Ghost Town. It's fairly run down. It's bare bones. It's, for comparison for the entire party, it's less cut straight than the prison. but it's more. It has character to it, but it's the character of empty.
You said it's called the Ghost.
The Ghost Town, yeah.
Oh, the Ghost Town.
That is the tavern within the Spirit Alley. Looking around and not far by, you also notice one of the only shops, and it's called the Unluck Charm. This one seems a lot more eclectic. This one, if the other one was minimalistic, what's the word for the opposite of that? Essentially,
Extravagant.
What'd you say?
Extravagant.
Minimalist, as in, instead of having like few things, it is cluttered.
Okay.
It is like
Maximalist.
probably maximalistic.
I can't remember how exactly it's but like it is like minimalist and the maximalist kind of.
Yeah, it is like, have you ever been to an antique shop or a thrift store where their form of decorating is just putting everything that they have on sale on display? Like there's like 80 different fucking paintings on the fucking walls hanging over like doorways. There's like
It's just busy.
Yeah, it's busy. That's the best way to put it.
Okay.
Um,
Rob's gonna like point at it and like look at Rathan and be like, "You want to check it out?"
currently, it says closed.
Mm.
There's
Puts it. Go check it out. Rathan points the close sign. No.
Want to check it out? It's high above.
there does seem
see
to
the
be
close
someone
sign.
working through the window that you can see, and it seems less like they're packing up and more like they're getting ready.
Casually walks up to the window and looks through it.
Peering
Yeah, we're just window
through-
shopping.
Yeah, peering through, you see. It's hard to like describe what you're all seeing because it's so busy. Things are just not catching your eye. You're absorbing everything at like once.
Is it like that picture where they're like name one thing in it, but like everything is so like weirdly meshed and melded together that you can't name a single thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But you do see near like a cluttered desk, cut off in a corner. There is a person, paler skin, sort of black and white hair strung up into a ponytail, sharp, elf-like ears, and they seem to be just sort of. At one point, they put their hands on a desk with just a clutter on it and fucking swipe it all away onto the ground, and you hear muffled clattering through the walls. And they set up a ledger-like book, and they set up their chair against it. But as you push through the Spirit Alley, if you do,
Yeah.
Okay.
Rathan, are you cool if we keep going? Word.
As you push up towards the South Ward, you notice the opposite. People with open shops getting ready for closing time. Anywhere from blacksmiths to general goods stores to bakeries to florists, alchemists, etc. And it seems to be a hurried, rushed closing. Pushing up towards the North Ward, you do eventually see, with a 23 and a 20, two similar figures, one very large, one very small, and they seem to be heading into a tavern known as the Full Plate.
Rob's gonna look up at Rathan. Are you hungry?
Brittany's gonna nod and go. Psst, 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 psst. Mustard! Stop at the door, and his ears are just gonna perk up as he like turns around.
I
He's gonna
cannot.
skitter over to them.
Why am I imagining the toddler walk?
No,
Where
don't
he
do him.
just can't fully walk, arms out. If anyone's
Just
getting
this.
infantilized, it's Mossford now.
When Mossberg gets close, when Mossberg gets close enough, Restiny's gonna scoop him up and
Oh.
hug him.
Oh man, that's fucking hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. We shift away from the tavern area, back towards a familiar tower, Descending down the stairs again is a Urki Waywocket. His bun seems a little more disheveled. But again, he climbs down the steps. Alright, apologies, it took so long. I couldn't find my book of spells. Right, well. Sharp. Come towards me.
He will.
Now, this won't sting, so if it does sting, tell me, because then I've done something wrong. He puts his hands together, and
Hi, buddy.
pulls out
Have
a
fun.
crystal, and begins to... The crystal begins to sort of hover in between his hands as he moves them in a fashion similar to more somatic castings. And he speaks a few words in Gnomish before he places the crystal against your forehead. As he casts, remove curse. Energy begins to swirl around you. And over time, you do feel a bit of a pull, but it seems to be more that of a magnetic pull. You are the subject of this spell, and this spell is being cast on you, so there is some force pulling you towards the source of this casting. And at the end of it, nothing changes. You still feel that aching feeling within your blood and your heart. And as he pulls the crystal away, he grasps it and goes, "Well, how do you feel?"
Sharp kind of analyzes himself for a second. I recognize the spell, correct?
Yes.
Do I know of, and do I think that there are things that... Is there stuff people can do that is more than this?
In terms of removing curses, the spell can be casted at a higher level. But other than that, in terms of curses, there isn't much that can be done.
Well, if Sharp thinks that nothing else can be done, or limited to be... that can be limited to be done. He turns to Urki, gives him a thumbs up.
Right. Okay.
Do I know if that would have worked
I mean,
or not?
you can do your normal checkup that you have been doing on Sharp, but in terms of magic, it's a bit above your pay grade.
It's a bit of, alright. Speaking of which, while Urki was upstairs, I am trifling through a few of his books.
Okay. Anything specific you're looking for?
Specifically on getting started into the arcane arts. More than I have.
I'm sure there's a couple of arcane 101s, basic somatic and verbal components, materials in you, books that you can jack.
Evocation for Dummies.
Evocation for Dummies, dude. I think that was the best. Yeah, I'm just looking into it. Take her in a second. And then when he comes back, he puts the book back.
As you begin to put the book back, and Urki's descending down the stairs. He's a short guy, so the level at which the floor would block his view as he's descending down the stairs is non-existent. He is immensely close to the ground. As he sees this, he goes, "Oh, you may keep those books. I have plenty. I have a friend who's a ledgerman, so."
All right, thank you.
And after the spell is cast, and this all resolves. Well, that is good. It being of a more curse variety, is fine. If it was a disease, just in case this happens again and you're closer to Prison Plateau, if it's a disease, there's a few ways that you may cure it. Obviously, there are rituals of some kind. I'm not exactly keen on knowing them. Or you may visit some sort of priest. Restorations are a great way. Depending on how far it is, you may need a lesser or greater. And if you are very desperate, my wife is an artificer of sorts and is able to cast such spells. Currently, she is preoccupied with tinkering, but should be able to fit you in if you ever need so.
Sharp will kind of like point to the ground, like she's here.
Oh, well, not there. Up there. She's near the top of the tower. Her machinations and such.
He'll nod.
Alright.
Give another thumbs up.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
of course. And I am interested in you both. Are you adventurers of some kind?
Yeah,
Kind of shake his hand in the air, kind of wavy.
we could definitely be called that.
Interesting. Are there others with you, or are you just a two-man party? Two.
We have
bird
others
man
with
party?
us. This, I let him do the counting.
Six? Six with you. Ooh, that is quite a large party. Where are you coming from? Are you from Prison Plateau?
Sharp will shake his head.
I'm from Solent.
You're from Solon. Of course, I believe our friend over here is at least somewhat related to Honorex, King's Keep. I assume that's where you studied. Wonderful. Honestly, it's a beautiful place, isn't it? I
He'll nod his head again.
spent a large part of my higher education there, though I grew up closer to villages down south. I wonder, how is Professor Alvius doing?
Sharp will think again for a moment and then kind of shrug.
Don't know. It's probably been quite long since we last seen. Well, I'll send him a message and I'll tell him that I met you.
Sharp kind of like puts his hands up, and it's kind of like,
It's no bother, it's a
don't worry
simple
about it.
sending spell.
Don't worry
I've
about it.
access to
Don't worry
tons of
about it.
them. I have tons of
Don't worry
scrolls.
about it, sweetheart. Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it, sweetheart.
In the Urky Weewagget voice.
Don't worry about it.
Sharp kind of just stands there, like kind of awkwardly, like clenching his fingers, like ah.
So your
Like, just
time
do-
magic, and you said you're arcane of sorts. I'm assuming that means you've only
first-
delved in it slightly.
Only ever so slightly. I only know a few evocation and illusion spells. That's
Mm,
about it.
I see.
And other varieties of.
Well, it is a wonderful practice. It has done me very well. So if you ever need teachings, either of you, please, I would love to give some of my knowledge to the youth of our generation.
I'd
With
love
that, your friends are also welcome to visit whenever you need. You were able to enter my abode without anything happening to you, so I doubt your intentions are malicious. So yes, you're welcome in my home anytime.
Have like an ADT security.
In any case, is there anything else you may need?
Before we leave, Sharp's gonna look around the room. On the walls, on the ceiling, on the floor, on the windows, looking for a silver wire.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I can't use recall for this because I don't have proficiency in the skill.
I have proficiency. Do I have proficiency? I
Sharp
do.
would be doing this without your knowledge.
Without my knowledge. Okay.
Hopefully. Oh dear, I
I
forgot
roll
about
perception. I roll perception to see you rolling perception.
hardware acceleration. So it took a second, but that is an 11.
An 11.
I don't know.
Looking around this room, it is quite hard to tell. There's a lot of, bigger details that you're now just noticing. A lot of these shelves are, of course, shorter. The windows are not as high up on a normal floor as it would be. For the bigger shelves, there's ladders near it. Along the walls, there's almost like a chalk has been written against them. Some of them look like equations. Some of them look like like words of affirmation, essentially. Like, you got this. Keep your head up.
Mantras?
Yeah.
Keep your head up particularly just sounded so good.
The
Yes, you gotta
arcane is
keep your
nothing
head-
without a little frustration.
It's gotta keep your head up.
But in terms of a silver wire, you can't really perceive.
Okay.
Tricky way.
Though
then
some of the chalk may be words of some kind. Some of the chalk may be symbols, glyphs, whatever.
Then Sharp will just shake his head, saying we're good to go.
All right. Please do visit again with your other friends sometime. I'd love to interact with you adventurers. You may get to meet my wife next time. God, I love my wife. Anyways, farewell.
It's a man who loves his wife.
He'll put his hands together and kind of like bow.
Yeah,
Of course.
Again, thank you.
Indeed. Farewell.
Are you okay?
He ascends the tower. Yeah, Rowan.
Sharp.
Rowan's fucking dead.
I don't really like these, but I'm really hungry, so I was eating them. They're so bad.
Sharp will.
Sharp will grab Fell's hand and quickly make his way out of the tower. And keep going until he believes that we are no longer in earshot of Urki.
Okay.
And we'll turn to Fell and go, fuck this up, fuck this up, fuck this up, fuck this up.
Did it work?
Fuck this up, fuck this up.
No. Plan B?
No,
Have a plan B.
he'll turn to you. He'll pull out his notebook, flip through a bunch of pages, take out a quill, and write, and turn it to you. You can see it says in common, if he sends that message, I'm fucked.
Why?
Writes again, turns to you. He can't know I'm here.
Okay. Let's hide you. Do I have anything that can help with this?
Assassinate Urki Weirwocket. New objective.
Jesus Christ.
I
fucking do it too.
I do not think we could, Kaden.
You try.
would probably fail. I don't know how high the curse spell is.
I got counterspell. He got him. We got two. We got 2 rounds. We got 2 rounds.
How many levels of that tower are there?
7 levels of that tower. There are 7, Gaiden.
We're fine. 12 seconds.
That's all we have. Could you kill him? It's the fucking wizard that can cast 8th level spells.
I don't know. We have to try.
How about instead we run? We go. He'll know you're on this continent, but counterpoint, this is a big continent. And he only knows that we are adventurers, which probably limits us to about 2 towns in this continent.
He'll write in his book again and flip it to you. He will reach out. I'm afraid what he might tell him.
Did you fuck something up?
You sure fucked this one up.
I'll help you, no matter what you did. But I need a little bit more knowledge to go off of.
I'll write in his book again. Something happened. A friend. I ran away.
Yeah. Let's get you out of this town first. I don't think there's anything we could do against Arkiwewaka. If we tried. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gone to him for help if he's beyond our reaches currently.
You see Sharp's kind of like pacing. Just under his breath, you hear just words in Goblin.
Don't speak Goblin.
He's just saying fuck over and over and over again.
Got
It's
it.
just fuck.
Alright. So. Alright. Let's meet up with the group. Act like that didn't happen. We got you cured though, right? Are you lying to me? I'm rolling insight.
No, I'm rolling deception.
17 for insight.
I'm going to use.
You fucker!
I'm gonna use Kenku Recall so that I have advantage on a check that I am proficient in.
Is he proficient with a 7?
Damn it! I forgot to do it.
The hardware.
You forgot to do it again.
I still have hardware acceleration off.
Dude, I might get
Dude.
shit on here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 17.
I got an 18.
Son of a bitch.
13 plus 5.
Alright. Then. Alright, let's keep going. We're gonna try to meet back up at the spot.
Spot.
I love how there's
Because there was a designated spot that we were supposed to go back to.
Oh yeah. When we all split up. That's right.
Mm-hmm. I'm also more than likely Fell's gonna be standing in front of Sharp,
Okay.
kind of trying to hide him with his body.
Droll, Mosfer, Rav, and Rethni, you are entering the full plate. As you enter, it's very warm feeling. There's a lot of wood beams, there's a lot of wood tables, there's a lot of warm light, a lot of woods. As you enter, you see two people behind the main desk, and they seem to be cooking. They seem to be going. They're revving. They're pumping out food. There's tons of people, at this bar area, coming with plates. The person that seems to do mainly of the prep is this shorter goblin figure. Shorter hair. It's thinning out a little bit, and the person doing the cooking, slamming down some food is, it seems to be a taller hobgoblin. And they are both working as you enter. They don't seem to notice you. But there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of people sitting off at different tables that are doing kind of their own thing after grabbing their food. And there's kind of a self-serve alcohol area.
Damn it.
Troll's gonna dry out this place.
No. No! Don't listen to the siren, Droll.
Droll like immediately does the fucking pie, lifts up off the ground, is like just the sniffs.
The fucking
Is a float.
Disney cartoon lifting up in the air, following the aroma. Alright. As you get closer, you do notice an area where it is pay here.
I'll just drop 10 gold in there.
Alright. There's a collection of gold, silver, and copper in that area.
Right, baby.
How do we order food? Like, is this like, do we go up to the front and just tell them what we want, or like?
From what you see, other people are just going up there with plates. The chef is cooking, and then when someone brings a plate up, just puts the food on the plate, and the person leaves.
Heard.
Yeah.
Rob will also go up to the pay here and will
I'll-
drop, I guess,
First of all,
also
maybe
10
it-
gold.
That's so much money.
Droll's gonna
years-
do
okay.
the,
10 years for farmers.
the I am a middle schooler thing. He's going to take his like mug and he's going to go under each of every kind of alcohol and go.
You pour yourself a suicide.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, but I think Joel can tank it. I think Joel tanks it. Put a shot of Everclear in that too, and I think Joel's fine.
No.
Rob will grab a plate and walk up to
Your
where the
motor wheel.
chefs are.
Alright. It seems to be, kind of a stir fry of some kind. It's a lot of mishmash.
Trump fried this rice.
No, Hobgoblin did. Hobgoblin fried rice. No, fuck, come on, Chip. Give me a second. Trying to get Chip.
Loads up kitchen ambience.mp4.
Straight up.
Waiting for the sound of like dishes like clattering and stuff.
I'm gonna lose my shit. Chip, you're the worst bot ever.
John, you're gonna hurt his feelings.
Good.
No.
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 His feelings. Make him feel bad. Not giving us our ambience.
He should feel bad. He's doing an awful job right now. Yeah.
For 2 majors.
Chip, come on, man. Come on, you can do better than this.
Are you looking for kitchen noises?
looking for is not the right word. I'm finding plenty. Chip is not
Just-
taking them.
Oh, Chip is. Chip, you have accepted a kitchen noise.
Thank God. I can barely fucking hear it.
It's still named CD player.
Yeah. There we go. Sounds like a whole lot of basic bitches. Alright.
Ugh.
So, you start approaching, this bar. Do you have a plate out? Have you grabbed a random plate? Or do you have a plate
Yeah.
of your own that you'd like to use? Okay.
I
Grab
got
a
ran
plate. As soon as like your plate crosses the threshold of this like bar table, you feel hot food slam into the plate. And you see this this hobgoblin is working, and like there's a bit of sweat on his brow from the heat and from the fast workings. Are you moving on immediately, or are you stunned at the speed and just kind of standing there?
It'll Rob will go like, thank you, and then we'll walk off.
All right. Keeps moving. What's everyone else doing?
Wake me up, big boy.
Oh, he's getting fucking drunk over there, ain't you?
I'm not drunk yet. I've only had one of my.
One of your
I've
suicides.
only had one in
my
the past
God.
minute.
Are you grabbing a plate from the bar? Do you have your own big plate, Droll? What you got in that bag?
I'll bring out my bowl, my big wooden bowl.
Your big wooden bowl. It takes a couple of tries, or a couple of swipes of food into this bowl to fill it, and there's a chuckle from this hobgoblin as you've just kind of taken like a big chunk, this giant mishmash that he's been cooking, and he kind of looks at you for a second. Impressive, I like it.
Thank you. You cook good.
Thanks. And he looks to Bertrand. Double time, Bertrand. We gotta fill this pocket. And he like slams down the food. And Bertrand just is furiously chopping vegetables and just stops for a second and goes, fine. And just begins to speed run it.
I'll pick my big bowl. I have like a salad bowl.
Yeah. It's hefty.
Joel's like the type of person you want to go and take to like a buffet, not because like you want to go hang out with Droll, but because you need someone to like finish your food, so that way, like you don't get charged extra.
Mhm.
That's Droll.
You're like, wow, these all you can eat clams. They're really like fucking me up. Droll's just like.
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
Mosford and Rethny, what are you guys doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna pay for food as well,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put Mossford on my shoulder. There you go, little buddy. I'm gonna go behind Droll, take out his other bowl that he let me use,
Okay.
drinking together, and then I'm gonna come up beside him with the same big ass bowl and smile.
As you do this, and he throws the first one in and it's not full, he goes, alright. Well, so who are the adventurers that are taking such big portions? As he slams the rest in, now absent of food on this hot plate or whatever he's cooking them on. This grill, almost. He actually gets a second to put his arm down and rest. We're kind of wiping off the sweat for a second. What's your names?
Mossfern. We don't have a group name at the moment.
Well, don't be shy,
I'm
little
Rethny.
man.
Oh, as in, like you hear like the gurgling of meat as he's just like.
Oh, Droll's party bus.
Droll's party bus. Got you. I'm assume he's Droll, and you? As he points to you, Gray.
She's gonna like rub her temple a little bit and she's gonna go, "My name's Rathney."
Rathney, nice to meet you. Well, I am. Give me a second. My name's Arnold. That's Bertrand. We run this place together. And Bertrand goes, yeah, run, as he lifts up his other hand, still chopping vegetables, and you see this nice rose gold ring around the ring finger. It's tightly woven. It's kind of like a braid almost, and it seems that Arnold has the same one. And as they continue, right, well, I don't get much of a break, but thanks for coming to the full plate. Might get some time to hang out after this big rush. And a hop of new vegetables and grain, and now that you see actually what is going into the food, you notice it's like leeks or green onions of some sort, maybe chives, these sort of pepper-like vegetables, and a whole lot of fish of some kind. Could be trout, could be cod, could be salmon, most likely. So yes, it seems to be a seafood-based fried rice.
Yum, 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 yum.
You shrimp fried this rice? No.
God, put that shit up. Yeah. Come on, my friend. We're gonna share this big ass bowl.
And you guys go off. As you all sit down, I'm assuming at a table for 4, or maybe even a booth. You're getting a general feel about this tavern. It's busy, it's bustling. Dark is approaching, and people are filtering in. Most that you can assume are from the South Ward, the area for a lot of shops, and a lot of tradesmen are coming in. This place seems to be the more popular of the two within North Ward. And as you're sitting there, there's not many odd figures that cross your peripherals. They all seem to be townsfolk, except for one that typically, non-surprisingly, seems to be in a corner. They're not a hooded figure, as you might assume, but they do have a large item wrapped in cloth sitting next to them as they are just drinking and eating. Their feet are kicked up, seem very nonchalant.
What kind of shape is the item?
It has a thinner handle almost at the top, and as it hits the bigger shape, it seems to be just a straight up rectangle, almost at the bottom part. It's quite large. It's like the size almost of the person that is holding it. Or not holding it, but rests beside, I guess. Droll's eating.
When Ross sets the plate down, she's gonna stand back up to go get a drink.
It's a collection of brews, cider, ale, mead.
She'll take a cup of like the first ale that she sees,
Okay.
and then we'll head back to the table and sit down and begin to eat with everyone.
I'm just gonna pick like a few slabs of like fish from the bowl, put it on a napkin, and hand it to Mossford.
Fishing.
Just for you,
Roll
baby.
sit there for a moment in silence, and then it's as though his brain is expanded. He will reach into his backpack, take out a piece of bread, and begin to cut it open.
You have a loaf of bread in your fucking back.
Are you
Yeah,
making
my
a
rations.
perchance bread bowl?
I'm making a sandwich.
Oh, he's making a sandwich.
He's gonna
Never
make himself a
mind.
sandwich.
I thought he was about to create Panera. All right, you begin making a sandwich with stir fry in the middle. Okay, I'm not gonna question Joel's culinary experience.
High class. It's high class. It's up there.
High class.
No,
Yeah, it's nice, not calm, but it's tranquil. That's not the right word either, but you know, in this tavern, as much as it's bustling, it is like it feels like a family. And it's sort of this rush hour begins to die down. This noise and energy begins to kick up as you sort of begin to see this crowd forming around one of the tables, and everyone just begins going, drink, 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 and like as this crowd begins to become louder and louder, and the stomping begins to keep going, you watch as it stops. And then cheers throw up as you hear the clanking of tankards slamming down onto the table. And as the crowd kind of shrinks again as like another round of this is beginning to happen, you see two large figures at a table, almost in a face-off scenario. More roughed up character, has a sort of tool belt at the side. They seem to be more hammer-like tools, more smithing of sorts. And it's another burly figure on what seems to be her hip, seems to be more wood carvers-esque tools, as they both begin to go head and head in this drinking game. Coins are being thrown on the table, rowdiness is beginning, but the bar that was just about to become more quiet has livened up again.
that looks like fun. Do you think one of them's gonna pass out?
I think Droll could beat their ass.
I think I could be.
Yeah. I drink more than them because I feel like it.
You and your every piece of liquor that you put in that one cup.
Yeah, it's called Droll. It's a creation of my own. I made it up 10 minutes ago. It's because I am the greatest.
The greatest.
See the best music.
Best music, Christ. Oh,
Dude, all this talking about food, I'm hungry as fuck.
I'm so hungry.
Literally, you don't understand. Oh my god.
I'm waiting for Tom to come and be like, we're gonna take an intermission in like 30 minutes. We're gonna be like, please.
I'm
Please.
gonna starve to death, dude.
I'm deadass thinking because me and Trip are out for a minute. I'm deadass just go make some food, dude. I'm gonna eat an entire pizza in front of you guys.
Oh, wait.
What is that noise?
It's like the cutting.
chopping.
It's chopping.
Ow! LOL.
Oh,
LOL indeed.
I did not just say that.
I'm so hungry.
Fuck it, dude. You've convinced me now. I'm making food.
Alright.
What are you doing?
Because the Rat King has left us here. And he was hoping that we would roleplay. But we cannot.
We like talk amongst ourselves in like character.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. But, you know, I really like eating.
Apologies, I'm back.
Yum.
So, what is everyone doing?
Bethany is gonna watch the drinking game
Okay.
from where she's sitting.
as it seems, this more gruff-looking dwarven blacksmith is sort of swaying a bit side to side, but is like holding onto the table edge and like slamming down each drink that gets refilled. The wood carver, who seems to be of more Goliath descent, seems to be fine holding down. She resting back each drink, just kind of relaxing a bit. As you can see, obviously, people are betting more on her as the coins on her side of the table are sort of stacking and stacking. The coins on the dwarven side are diminishing quickly. Mossrun, what about you?
He's done eating at this point. He's gonna stand up in his seat and start playing with Rethi's hair.
Okay. Rav?
Once she's finished her plate, and she'll probably just sip that ale and just watch. Just people watch.
Droll.
Why my there we go, there's the mic. Roll is he'll slam in time with the drinking game as it goes on, but otherwise won't move any closer.
Alright. With that, Fell and Sharp, we come back to you. Traveling through the at first 3 hooks and then quickly into the North Ward as sun begins to set. And you see the 2 taverns around you in this area become a lot more lively. Both the prison and the home, the full plate. Do you keep heading towards the dock ward?
Yeah, I'm just assuming I'm meeting everyone where we said we would be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fellas.
All right. You
Fellas
guys
also as well.
beeline towards the dock ward, and as you arrive, it's fairly dwindled in people there. There's a few still like bringing things off of boats, maybe putting them on. A new dock ward has arrived for the night shift, and you see one bustling place out of all this, and it is the Shark's Booth, which is the only tavern within the dock ward. Within the dock ward.
I feel like that's a tourist. I'm not entirely sure, but I am sure. I'm totally sure
What?
that it's like a tourist attraction name.
Oh.
No, not really. It seems to be more of a place where the scruffier people that hang out in the dock go to relax.
Called Sharks.
The Shark's Booth, yeah.
Sharks and booth.
Like Shark Tooth.
If this is gonna be a running bit, it's gonna be so hard.
What? Taverns have to have names, and I'm giving them names.
God.
I'm giving them clever names. People in this universe want to name their shops and taverns something good, something eye-catchy. And the Shark's
Every single
Booth...
one is a pun. Every single one is a pun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't there a game store down the Guide Meridian called Pair of Dice? Paradise? Excuse me for following what people do with their stores.
I don't want it. I'm looking for my friends.
Your friends don't seem to be here. Around the previously agreed upon location.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Fuck indeed.
Well, knowing them for the fellow looks at like an invisible watch. Yeah, knowing them for that one. In fact, I only need to know them for a few seconds, and they probably got distracted and are not coming back.
Sharp kind of just throws his hands in the air, exasperated.
Sorry, we have stomachs.
Well, Droll actually just forgot what the fuck we were doing. Droll's like, meeting place. What is meat? But food.
Food. Dude.
Meeting place? You mean mead place?
You
I'm
mean
slamming those down.
mead? You mean mead place? You mean drinking?
Meeting place? You mean me eating place?
God.
Yeah, that's the next tavern name, baby.
Meat
I
eating
swear to
place?
Meat eating place.
No.
Woo, baby! They're coming out.
No.
Ah, just home runners every time.
No.
The
Sharp kinda
home
just looks
plate. Sorry.
Jesus.
You're done. You're done.
Sharp looks at Fel. Kind of just moves his hands in the air like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do now?
Well. Shit. We could find them. But then we have to explain why we need to get out of here, like, right now. Or we find them and act like nothing. Or we find them, yeah, I cut out, didn't I? Doom. And we act like nothing is wrong. That is, unless you want to tell us your entire life story, which
I kind of look at you, Fel, and I go,
yeah, that's fair.
I just, like, I motioned, I'm a Kenku. That will take days.
Yeah. The Spark Notes version, please.
Mark notes? You want the lowdown?
No.
I gave you the lowdown.
You gave me the lowdown, and your lowdown is very vague.
Yes.
Don't worry, my lowdown would also be very vague.
Sharp will stand back up and I guess proceed to start searching for
Yeah, same with Fel.
his friends.
Alright. In which case, give me a... Yeah,
We're gonna get shit on.
we'll say a... How are you doing this? Are you just going to go to each busy place in this evening set, look for your friends, and then dip, or are you attempting to track their like previous
I am
movements?
listening for Droll.
I'm also listening for Droll.
Alright. Give me your
Or
perception.
any perceived chaos that is caused by Droll.
I see.
The
Go ahead
drinking.
and make perception checks then for me.
Or Rethne. Or any chaos that's caused by Rethne, too.
Excuse me?
15.
15.
To get my roll.
I have
Tell
joined
me.
the drinking game.
7.
Rethne has joined the drinking game. Alright. At this point, it'd be unfair to have the same lady who is slamming down drinks be your opponent, due to the fact that she's already pretty well intoxicated. Though there is another figure that joins you.
This is the fucking guy from the corner.
It does seem to be the person from the corner.
Hello.
Go ahead.
So, the person before you, I'll describe him quickly, is seem to have a bit pointier ears. They seem to have one gray eye and one slightly pale blue eye. Longer lashes, darker black eyebrows, but their hair seems to be stark white. And it seems to have a little curl to it, but it's pulled back into this ponytail area. Thanks for mimicking the movements. And they seem to be in normalish garb with a sort of plated neck piece with silver earrings on their ears. And as they sit down on this place, you kind of feel a whiff of wind, a slight breeze hitting across you, which is weird against your sort of slightly perspirating skin that is just always wet. It feels cold.
I do a little shiver and smile.
Right, what's your name?
Rethny.
Rethny, nice to meet you.
Yours?
I'm Blue. We're ready to get our
Blue.
drink on?
That is I'll ever be.
Very well. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me with the first drink. With advantage.
Advantage. Yeah, you know. Let's see.
It is our first drink.
23.
23. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You're holding your liquor pretty well. They seem to be as well. You do notice that they brought the sword over with them. It is laying against their side as they have their arm hooked around it. That is the arm they're drinking from, so the hilt can't really move past. With the first two drinks down, just from your size, people seem to be betting on you more. So, where are you from?
Some people would say down under.
Down under. Right.
I'm
Subterranean,
leaving the campaign.
underground,
The sea.
sea. Right. I thought you looked a little bit wet. Ah, shit.
Shit, fuck.
Takes another drink. With advantage, you may make another Constitution saving throw.
Damn. 20. Jesus.
All right. Holding your alcohol pretty well.
The advantage is like saving my fucking life, bros.
Another pint is slammed down. There's a bit of a reprieve before she looks at the table that you were just sitting at, looking upon Droll, Rav, and Mosfern. It's a neat little group you have there. Pretty eclectic. You adventurers?
You can say that. They're my friends.
Very nice. Well, are you a part of the Adventuring Guild down in Neverfair?
I wouldn't say I am. I think other people in my group are. I joined recently.
I see. Well, I was once an adventurer of that. Another roll, Constitution saving throw.
Can we hear this conversation from
How close are you?
the table though?
Are you still at the table, or are you up close now because Rethny is participating?
I'll say that I've moved at least a little bit closer, so I could just keep an eye on everything.
Mosfern's sitting by Rethny.
Then yeah, you'd be able to hear.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
19.
19, very nice. This is our third drink, I believe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're keeping up as well. All right. As they put down another pint, they look around. So, have you heard about the adventurers in Runeset Isle? A lot of things going on there. Apparently, they saved the entire isle. Pretty impressive.
Sounds fun.
Does indeed.
Oh, crazy.
Kind of crazy.
What's going on?
I'm actually from a town near Moonset Isle.
Oh, really? Well, you can count your lucky stars that they saved it then.
You could say that. She gets a little solemn as she thinks about her town.
Apparently, there's going to be a party in Neverfair for them. Celebration of their deeds.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Indeed.
Are you going to be attending?
Oh no, I'll be away on business. And pats the item within their lap. Fortunately not. Though maybe a few of my former party members will be. Another drink.
Pew-pew. I think that is a. Okay, yeah. Zoop. Damn! 23 again.
23. You're keeping your alcohol pretty well. Slams down another pint. Isn't sparking any conversation.
He's
Going
mad.
to another pint.
Like the item in their lap is like it's a sword, right?
It seems to be of a weapon-like shape, yeah. A large handle with a square, large square ending.
That's it's a pretty big item you have right there.
Indeed, it is. Quite heavy, too.
Pumpkin, I swear to fucking God.
Is there any reason why it's wrapped up like that?
Oh, you know, for protection and care. I'm on a delivery, so I can't really have my goods breaking now, can I?
Understandable.
Next drink. Still at advantage. The last one at advantage.
Okay. Wow. 20. Once
20.
more.
Jesus.
Keeping up.
The advantage is helping a lot.
Well, that was the last one.
Hell yeah.
5
Let's get it. I
drinks
want to get
in.
fucking drunk.
They're just piling more on your side. Though there seems to be a few more coins on Blue's side as well. Of course, the normal hubbub of drink is still going on around. At this point, Fell and Sharp, after having checked in the Shark's booth, as rowdy as it was, there was a few figures you recognized, but there wasn't anyone from your party. There seemed to be people, funnily enough, from the Bleeding Hearts. More lackeys you would recognize, Sharp, that seemed to be no longer wearing clothing that resembled that group. But you recognize some of the faces, especially with your recalling memory as a Kenku. Do you move on from that place?
I make note,
Make note.
but I don't think that we are necessarily in the position to do anything about it yet.
Alright. After that, you move on. and there's 2 taverns in the vicinity of this next place that you check, the North Ward. Out of the 2, for both reasonable reasons and story reasons, checking the full plate first due to its rowdiness of drink, just have an inkling that if it's not being caused by one of your cohorts, they're joined in.
Yeah, it's being encouraged.
And of course, entering the full plate, you see a similar scene of a nice warm interior, with a drinking game going on in the middle, and lo and behold, Rethny in one of the seats.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bethany is participating in this drinking game.
Yes.
I. Damn.
Damn.
I was maybe looking for like an enhance ability, but that doesn't necessarily. I don't think that it helps. I also don't have that access to that spell currently. I'll just
Hey,
kind of
guys.
come in, and Sharp will wave at any of the people in the group that he can get attention from.
Droll and Rav are closer to the actual circle surrounding while Mosfern is at Rethny's side, so it's a little hard to get Rethny or Mosfern's attention. Rav, Droll, you notice Sharp and Fel enter.
Rob will give like a slight wave, like a.
Oh, will make his way over to Rav.
Soup.
God.
Well, I have good news, and I have we need to leave news. Which one do you want first?
Well, I feel like I have to let Rethny finish their duel of first anyway. So
Yeah, I'm sure.
I will start with good for the first time.
Well, seemingly, we've got Sharp cleared of lycanthropy.
Wonderful.
Your thumbs up.
Bad news. He has himself in some shit, and we need to go.
Right. Okay. Well, we have horses and a wagon at the stables, just a few streets down. So, if you want to finish, if you want to finish Rethny and help them, whatever, watch them off. I'll go on ahead and get all the horses and stuff set up, and you guys can just head that way as soon as this is all over. It'll be ready. We can go.
All right.
She'll set down her cup and just start to walk out.
That
Sharp will kind of like catch. It's like a glancing touch on Rav's arm, kind of like a thank you.
She'll nod her head and once again do the slight little just hand up wave and then walk out.
That went better than I thought it would. All right. Let's go get the cart ready for you, buddy.
How many more drinks do I need to have before we finish
He
this?
puts a finger up, and
You want to watch?
in an instant is right next to Rethny.
What
God.
the fuck?
Oh my, another one. You have quite a lot of short members in your party, huh?
My friends.
It is a grown man, Your Honor.
Sharp like puts his hand to his chest.
What, am I
This is-
telling
this
a
is
lie?
my
You're as
baby.
tall as the
This is-
table.
This is my baby girl.
She's my
Stop.
baby girl.
In
Odd.
canon?
My
In canon?
fucking
Right.
head. In canon.
In
That's my
canon.
baby girl.
Which one?
Honestly, I read this one. I read to this one so that they go to sleep. Points to Moser, and then this one reads to me.
I get the dynamic here. Yes. Okay. Well, another one. No longer at advantage. This drink.
Yeah. Woo! Holy shit!
Yeah.
I'm just fucking lucky, bro.
What'd you get?
23.
23. All right.
Christ.
Both slam down another pint. Probably both a little, fairly buzzed, but not
Make it a
anywhere
little
from
bit warmer in
passing
here.
out. Well, what's your stories then? Looking at the two tiny people.
Last one, go on ahead.
I don't know. He's gonna cross his arms and just kind of. He's
My
also
my daddy said not to talk to strangers.
like short.
I apologize.
Gonna kind of side eye him.
In,
Well, have to know. I lived in a barn, and that's all I'm telling you. He's gonna kind of shake his head at the last word, and then kind of like turn his back is facing Rethny.
Oh, I offended him. What about you, little birdie?
in Drool's voice, you hear, "I'm fucking bored."
Is that a party hat on your head?
He takes it off,
I liked it.
stuffs it in his bag.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I keep saying the wrong things, don't I? I apologize. Oh well, another drink.
Jesus.
18.
Party hat on your head.
18. Okay.
Where'd you get that, Party City?
Oh my god.
Where'd you get that? The loser store?
Did your mommy pick it out for
Did
you
your
this
mom
morning?
make it for you?
Damn.
There's a grown man.
The man is 42. He's middle-aged.
Middle-aged. As you slam down another pint, at this point she's just kind of like resting her head in her palm, and looks to you. This is drawing on way too long, and I'm getting very, very inebriated. How about this? We go all in, all of our coins being bet on us, and we do one drink of the strongest stuff. What do you say?
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
Shove
I
some coins
want.
into the center.
God damn it.
Arnold, your strongest stuff, please. And Ernie just kind of looks over. You sure? Yes, please. This is the all or nothing. Alright. Goes over, grabs 2 glasses of the strongest stuff that they have, puts it on the
Am
table.
I like the same kind of like drunk as her right now, or am I like a little bit more
No,
sober?
you seem a little less buzzed.
Yeah.
Okay.
She grabbed the bottle with 3 X's on it.
All right. You ready?
Mhm.
I'm ready. You ready? You ready? Okay.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Ready, set, go. And puts the cup up to their mouth. Constitution saving throw, disadvantage this time.
Whoa.
While they are chugging
Yeah.
this drink, well, actually, I need to wait until I see
13.
13.
if Rethny succeeds or fails, because I can do that still.
Well, your thing that you may want to do.
Okay. So while they are chugging, I see that Rethny might not win this one.
Right.
And I'm going to use Chrono Shift to force them to re-roll 1 die and use that one. But for flavor, I'm just going to... It's going to be literally like 0.2 seconds where I just rewind the liquid in the cup so that it like creates an air pocket, and then they like.
Oh, for the
I make them.
the
For the person.
opposite person. Okay.
Yeah, I make them cough on their drink.
Okay. There is a bit of a cough and a reaction. And as they and it goes in for the rest of the drink and slams it down and looks at you, Rethny. Sorry, I went down the wrong pipe. Sitting there, Rethny with a 13. Ooh, this shit hits like a truck. Oh my gosh. And you kind of begin to rest your head on the table because it feels a little too heavy right now. And everything's a lot warm, but oh man, you could fall asleep right here. Oh, just a nice little rest. And Blue, opposite of you, watches as you kind of lay your head down and goes, "Oh, well, that was fun." So, in any case, thank you for the drinking game.
Put this man behind the wheel.
Put this man behind the wheel.
Jesus Christ.
I think
Corp
that is
looks very angry.
a loss on their side. Sorry. And just kind of drags the pile of coins to their side.
What was their name?
Blue.
Blue.
They watch as Sharp takes out a notebook, flips a page, writes their name down, shows them their name, and closes the book again.
I'm so proud of you. You can write. And
This
Prince
man is
passing
calling-
out-
Oh my
passing out the
God.
coin to the.
Listen, Rethy's gonna like slam.
This man is
He's
college
gonna
educated.
slam
My
the
God.
table, lift her head up, and goes, "He's 45."
29.
That's
And
really
then
fun, unfortunately.
slams her head back down on the fucking table again. Mossford's gonna lean towards Sharp, and he's just gonna put his paw up against his mouth and like kind of like side eye Blue as he's talking to Sharp. The second he steps foot out of this tavern, we should mug him.
Fel
Her?
is still there. Fel is
Yeah.
I'm so glad Rob is actually gone for this one.
Mhm, yeah.
like-
Begins. Everybody that bet on
They're like drunks, like,
Blue
Sure.
seems
yeah,
to
let's
be
fucking do this.
taking a few coins, and then of course Blue stuffs the majority in their pocket, and lays back. 45. You know, you're very dexterous for your age. I'm honestly impressed.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Your friend might need a little food. Get her some water. And take
Rethy's
care.
gonna lift her head up again and smile with her big sharp teeth and go, "I see it right in front of me."
Water? That's alcohol, sweetie.
I was gonna start pushing through the people.
He's gonna start standing up real wobbly.
Sharp takes his hand, places it on his chest, and casts mage armor.
Fel is going to grab his hand. Dude, he's gonna... Not worth it. It's not worth it.
I'm so. Did I offend anyone? I'm so sorry. I hope that you make it to Neverfair. The party's gonna be really rad, I heard.
Ooh,
I hope he makes
rad.
it out of the bar.
Totally radical.
Totally rad. And they sort of, begin picking up their sword. Oh, this might be awkward if we exit at the same time. You guys go first.
I pick up both Sharp and Mossford.
Like two
Yeah.
children on their shoulders. Rethny, Droll,
I'm-
you're still here.
I mean, yeah.
I'm fucking deadlocked on Blue's face.
As you
just
as
fucking
you picked up and fell is like leaving like just the bird eyes just staring at,
yeah.
and Blue's just kind of waving, holding the or putting the sword on their back.
Or taps the
Droll
book.
just exit. Droll's just like,
Well, we just
I'm
gotta
left in the
leave
fucking
you.
tavern. I
That's what
can't fucking
heard.
walk straight.
Yeah, not Rob. Rethny is kind of like getting up all wobbly.
I was going to put them down outside and go to the cart. I will be right back. I have to go get Rethny. You two can walk. I don't think Rethny can.
Rethny is on the floor trying to swim.
Please. I'll be right back.
As soon as Fel leaves, I'm running to the if there's like a back entrance, I'm running to the back side of this building.
Alright.
I'm gonna do a double take. It's a good thing that we're like leaving after this.
Alright,
Mossford
Rethny.
does a double take and what?
Double take at the door, then runs after Sharp.
Okay.
Rob is fucking sitting at the wagon, like just tapping her feet, like, man, they're taking their time, huh?
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Hi.
I think
Do
I'm
you-
drowning.
Is that possible?
I don't think so. I'm so scared.
Okay, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna get you back to the cart.
Poor baby having a bad trip.
Bad
Alright.
outcome.
I'm gonna
It's too
Pick up-
warm. I can see the eye. I don't want him to get me.
You're fine. I'm here. You're okay. You are on land. We are here.
Took
Where are
him.
the
Took
bodies?
everyone.
I'm gonna start taking everything back to the cart.
Okay, and I'm assuming Droll is also leaving the tavern.
Yeah, okay.
Can I make a general intelligence check to realize or to think the second I leave my eyes off of Sharp and Mossburn, they're going to do the exact thing I told them not to do.
You know, I think you're a little preoccupied with Mist having a bad trip. That
You know what? You have a good
you
point.
gotta focus on the task at hand. Getting Rethny to
Getting Rethny back
Yeah.
home.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
All right.
Calming Rethny down is
Droll,
to be a
Fel,
difficult
Rethny.
task.
You begin heading towards the cart. It takes about 20 minutes, but Sharp and Mossford, you do watch, probably more like 10 to 15 minutes. You watch as Blue begins to exit the tavern.
Okay, your fucking expression is so scary.
And that is where we'll end this part of the episode, and where
Oh,
we
fuck
will take
you.
our break.
No, we're taking our break.
No, when we take our break, we can, Caden and I can fucking plan.
Yeah, you
Cool.
guys have 15 minutes to plan.
Or fucking Rethny, out of all of the people, I think the only one that's worse at probably taking care of drunk people is Droll. than Fel.
Droll taking care of drunk people is gonna be like, here, this is less alcohol.
A lower alcohol percentage.
So here's what you do. We're going to take some Tabasco and 3 raw eggs, and you're going to chug it.